Have you ever stopped to think that some foods could be aggravating your joint pain? If you suffer from constant discomfort, especially in your joints, know that your diet could be one of the causes and also part of the solution. Today, we're going to talk about the 4 main dietary villains that contribute to inflammation and joint pain. And the best part, I'll show you how to replace them with healthier options to improve your quality of life. Joint pain is a common problem, especially among the elderly, and is often linked to inflammatory processes in the body. What few people know is that certain foods can trigger or worsen this inflammation, making simple everyday movements difficult. But don't worry, in this video you'll learn everything you need to avoid and how to make smart choices when it comes to eating. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, check it out now. That way you won't miss any important content about health, well-being, and quality of life. In the next few minutes, we'll explore in detail what these harmful foods are and how they impact your joints. I'll also share practical and delicious alternatives to replace them. Stay with me until the end, because by the end of this video, you'll be ready to take the first step towards a life with less pain and more mobility. Now that you know that your diet can directly influence your joint pain, it's important to understand how this happens. Joints are complex structures that connect bones and allow us to move. However, when there is inflammation in the body, these connections can become compromised, causing pain, stiffness, and even limited movement. Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury or infection. It exists to protect us, but when it becomes chronic, that is, persists for long periods of time, it can cause more harm than good. In the case of joints, chronic inflammation wears down cartilage, weakens bones, and damages surrounding tissue, leading to conditions such as arthritis or osteoarthritis. And this is where diet comes in. Some foods have the power to increase inflammation in the body, while others help to combat it. Refined sugar, fried foods, soft drinks, and processed meats, for example, are among the biggest culprits of inflammatory processes. They overload the body, hindering its ability to recover and maintaining the cycle of pain and discomfort. On the other hand, a balanced diet rich in anti-inflammatory nutrients can be a powerful ally. But before we talk about solutions, it is essential to understand how these harmful foods impact your body. In the following chapters, we will explore each of them in detail, how they work, why they are harmful, and most importantly, how to replace them with healthier options. This information will help you make more informed decisions when planning your meals. So stay with me to find out how small changes to your diet can bring big benefits to your joints and your overall health. If you've heard that sugar is bad for your health, you should know that it doesn't just affect your weight or energy levels. Refined sugar also plays a major role in increasing inflammation in the body, and that includes those constant joint pains. But how does this happen? Let's take a closer look. Refined sugar is one of the biggest culprits when it comes to inflammatory processes. When we consume foods rich in sugar, such as sweets, cakes, and soft drinks, our blood glucose levels rise rapidly. This spike in blood sugar forces the body to release large amounts of insulin to control glucose levels. Over time, this constant cycle of highs and lows can cause insulin resistance, a condition that is directly linked to increased inflammation in the body. And where does this inflammation manifest itself? Often in the joints. This occurs because inflammatory cytokines, substances produced by the body during inflammatory processes, end up attacking the joints, causing pain and discomfort. Scientific studies show that diets high in refined sugar are associated with increased inflammatory markers in the body, such as C-reactive protein, CRP. This protein is a reliable indicator of systemic inflammation, that is, inflammation that affects the entire body, including joints, muscles, and organs. In addition, excess sugar contributes to oxidative stress, a process in which there is an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants in the body. This oxidative stress damages cells and tissues, including those that make up the joints. Another important point is that refined sugar can also weaken the immune system, leaving the body more susceptible to infections and inflammation. All of this creates a perfect environment for the emergence or worsening of conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. In short, every spoonful of refined sugar you consume may be fueling a vicious cycle of inflammation and pain. The good news is that there are healthy alternatives to replace refined sugar in your diet. One simple option is to swap it for natural sweeteners, such as honey or stevia. Honey, in addition to being delicious, has anti-inflammatory properties that can help reduce joint discomfort. Stevia, on the other hand, is a plant with 0 calories and no negative impact on blood sugar levels, making it ideal for those looking for a lighter alternative. Another tip is to take advantage of the natural sweetness of fresh fruits. For example, you can use mashed bananas or cooked apples to sweeten cake recipes and smoothies. You can also try making detox juices with orange, ginger, and mint, a refreshing and anti-inflammatory combination. And here's an extra tip: if this content is helping you better understand how refined sugar affects your joints, don't forget to like this video. This helps me continue to bring relevant information to you and other people who are also looking to improve their health. Additionally, try to gradually reduce your intake of ultra-processed sweets such as chocolate, candy, and ice cream. Replace these foods with more nutritious options such as plain yogurt with strawberries or a slice of fresh pineapple. Small changes like these can make a big difference in your health and well-being. In the next chapters, we'll explore other dietary villains that you should avoid to alleviate your joint pain. If refined sugar is already a major villain, fried foods are no slouch when it comes to foods that aggravate joint pain. Who has never indulged in a snack or a portion of French fries? Although these foods are tempting, they can be directly contributing to inflammation in the body and increasing your joint pain. But why? Let's find out now. Fried foods are high in trans fats, a type of artificial fat created during the hydrogenation process of vegetable oils. These fats not only increase bad cholesterol, LDL levels, but also reduce good cholesterol, HDL, causing an imbalance in the body. This imbalance is directly linked to increased inflammatory processes in the body. In addition, fried foods are extremely high in calories, which can lead to weight gain, another factor that puts a strain on your joints. When you carry extra weight, your joints, especially your knees and hips, have to work harder to support your body, resulting in increased wear and tear and pain. Not to mention that fried foods often contain additives and preservatives that also contribute to chronic inflammation. In short, every bite of fried food could be fueling a cycle of pain and inflammation that directly affects your quality of life. Studies show that trans fats found in fried foods alter the balance of the body's cells, promoting the excessive production of inflammatory cytokines. These substances trigger an immune response that attacks healthy tissues, including cartilage and joints. In addition, trans fats interfere with the production of prostaglandins, molecules that regulate inflammation. When there is an imbalance in prostaglandins, the body begins to produce more pro-inflammatory substances, worsening conditions such as arthritis and osteoarthritis. Another important point is that fried foods also contribute to oxidative stress, a process that damages cells and tissues, including those that make up the joints. This damage accumulated over time can lead to joint degeneration and increased pain. To make matters worse, frequent consumption of fried foods is associated with metabolic diseases such as obesity and diabetes, which are also related to increased systemic inflammation. In other words, in addition to directly damaging the joints, fried foods create an environment conducive to the emergence of other health problems. The good news is that there are healthy alternatives to replace fried foods in your diet. One simple option is to opt for healthier cooking methods such as grilling, baking, or boiling. For example, you can prepare grilled vegetables with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, which is rich in good fats and antioxidants. Olive oil, by the way, is an excellent choice to replace industrial oils as it has anti-inflammatory properties that help protect your joints. Another suggestion is to try baked versions of traditionally fried foods such as potatoes or chicken. Simply season with fresh herbs and bake in the oven until crispy. The result is delicious and much healthier. Additionally, try to incorporate more fresh, natural foods into your diet, such as fish rich in omega-3s like salmon and sardines, which are known for their anti-inflammatory properties. These foods not only help reduce inflammation, but also strengthen your bones and joints. And here's a practical tip: make homemade snacks like kale chips or roasted zucchini, which are crunchy and nutritious. Small changes like these can make a big difference in your health. In the next chapters, we'll explore more dietary villains that you should avoid to ease your joint pain. Stay with me to find out how to replace them with healthier options. If you're a soda drinker, now might be the time to rethink that habit. These fizzy drinks may seem harmless, but they have a significant impact on joint and bone health. Let's take a look at how soda contributes to inflammation and joint pain, and how switching to a different beverage can improve your quality of life. Soft drinks are extremely acidic and high in sugar or artificial sweeteners, two factors that directly harm joint health. Excess sugar, as we have seen, increases inflammation in the body, while artificial sweeteners can unbalance the intestinal flora, further compromising the immune system. In addition, the phosphate present in soft drinks interferes with the absorption of calcium, weakening the bones and making the joints more susceptible to injury. The result, a cycle of inflammation and pain that directly affects your mobility and well-being. Another concern is that frequent consumption of soft drinks is associated with weight gain, which puts strain on the joints and worsens discomfort. In short, every sip of soda may be contributing to the wear and tear of your joints and harming your health in the long term. Studies show that the phosphate in soft drinks can alter the mineral balance in the body, especially calcium. When there is a calcium deficiency, bones become more fragile and prone to fractures, while joints lose some of the support they need to function properly. In addition, the phosphoric acid in these products can lower the body's pH, creating a more acidic environment that favors chronic inflammation. The high sugar or artificial sweetener content also triggers insulin spikes and oxidative stress, processes that damage cells and tissues, including those that make up the joints. This damage accumulated over time can lead to cartilage degeneration and the onset of conditions such as osteoarthritis. To make matters worse, regular consumption of soft drinks is associated with metabolic diseases such as obesity and diabetes, which also contribute to increased systemic inflammation. In other words, in addition to directly damaging the joints, soft drinks create an environment conducive to the emergence of other health problems. Fortunately, there are healthy alternatives to soda in your diet. The simplest and most beneficial option is to swap it for plain water. Drinking at least 2 liters of water a day helps keep your joints lubricated and helps flush toxins from your body. If you miss the taste, try adding lemon or orange slices or mint leaves to your water. It creates a refreshing drink that's packed with nutrients. Natural teas are also a great choice, especially anti-inflammatory teas like chamomile, ginger, or hibiscus. Not only do they hydrate you, they also help reduce inflammation in your body. Another suggestion is to prepare homemade detox juices with fresh fruits and vegetables, such as kale, cucumber, and apple. These juices are rich in antioxidants and vitamins that strengthen the immune system and protect your joints. Also, try to avoid processed drinks, such as juice boxes or energy drinks, which often contain hidden sugars and preservatives. And here's a question for you. What beverage do you usually drink on a daily basis? Leave your answer in the comments. I want to know what your habits are and how I can help you make healthier choices. In the next chapters, we'll explore more dietary villains that you should avoid to relieve your joint pain. Stay with me. If you've ever wondered why foods like hot dogs, sausages, and ham taste so good, the answer may lie in the high levels of sodium and preservatives they contain. While these ingredients may help to extend the shelf life and taste of your products, they have a direct negative impact on your joint health. Let's take a look at how hot dogs contribute to inflammation and joint pain, and how replacing them can transform your health. Sausages are rich in sodium and preservatives, substances that overload the body and trigger chronic inflammation. Excess sodium retains fluids in the body, causing swelling and increasing pressure on the joints. This swelling not only worsens pain, but also makes mobility difficult, especially in the elderly. In addition, the preservatives used in sausages, such as nitrites and nitrates, can trigger inflammatory reactions by interfering with cellular functions. These processes directly harm the joints, making them more susceptible to injury and degeneration. Another concern is that many sausages contain saturated fats, which increase levels of bad cholesterol, LDL, and reduce good cholesterol, HDL, creating an environment conducive to systemic inflammation. In short, every bite of sausage may be fueling a cycle of pain and discomfort that directly affects your quality of life. Studies show that the excess sodium present in processed meats interferes with the body's water balance, leading to fluid retention and increased blood pressure. This high blood pressure can compromise blood circulation, making it difficult for nutrients and oxygen to reach the joints. In addition, the preservatives used in these products, such as nitrites and nitrates, can be converted into carcinogenic compounds during the digestive process, in addition to triggering systemic inflammation. This inflammation attacks healthy tissues, including cartilage and joints, contributing to conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. Another important factor is that frequent consumption of processed meats is associated with metabolic diseases such as obesity and diabetes, which are also linked to increased inflammation in the body. To make matters worse, these foods are often low in essential nutrients such as vitamins and minerals, which could help protect your joints. In other words, in addition to directly damaging your joints, processed meats create an environment conducive to the emergence of other Health problems. The good news is that there are healthy alternatives to replacing processed meats in your diet. One simple option is to opt for fresh, natural proteins such as chicken breast, fish, and eggs. These foods are rich in essential nutrients such as omega-3, which have anti-inflammatory properties and help protect your joints. In addition, they are versatile and can be prepared in many ways, such as grilled, baked, or boiled. If you need a practical option, try making your own homemade processed meats, such as homemade sausage without preservatives or seasoned chicken pâtés. These foods are delicious and much healthier. Another suggestion is to incorporate more legumes into your routine, such as beans, lentils, and chickpeas. These foods are rich in vegetable protein and fiber, helping to keep your body nourished and healthy. And here's a practical tip: prepare homemade snacks, such as roast chicken rolls or chickpea fritters, which are nutritious and easy to eat. Small changes like these can make a big difference to your health. In the next chapters, we'll explore the benefits of avoiding these harmful foods and how it can improve your quality of life. Stay with me to discover how small choices can lead to big results. Now that you know the 4 main dietary villains that contribute to joint pain: refined sugar, fried foods, soft drinks, and processed meats, it's time to think about the benefits of eliminating or reducing them in your diet. These changes not only relieve inflammation, but also bring a series of benefits to your overall health. By avoiding these harmful foods, you'll be giving your body a chance to recover from the damage caused by chronic inflammatory processes. With less refined sugar, inflammatory cytokines decrease, allowing your joints to function better and with less pain. Without fried foods rich in trans fats, your levels of bad cholesterol, LDL, decrease, while the good cholesterol, HDL, increases, creating a healthier environment for your joints. By replacing soda with water or natural teas, you improve your body's hydration, lubricating your joints and eliminating accumulated toxins. And by avoiding processed foods rich in sodium and preservatives, you reduce swelling and pressure on your joints, in addition to preventing systemic inflammatory reactions. The result: a lighter body, healthier joints, and less discomfort in your daily life. In addition to reducing inflammation, avoiding these foods can completely transform your quality of life. With less pain and stiffness in your joints, you gain more mobility and independence to perform daily activities, such as walking, climbing stairs, or even doing light exercise. This is especially important for older adults, who often face physical limitations due to conditions such as arthritis or osteoarthritis. In addition, by adopting a healthier and more balanced diet, you strengthen your immune system, reduce the risk of metabolic diseases, such as obesity and diabetes, and improve your mental health. After all, a diet rich in nutrients provides more energy and the will to enjoy life. Another significant benefit is the prevention of future complications. By taking care of your joints now, you can prevent premature wear and tear on your bones and cartilage, ensuring greater autonomy and well-being for longer. In addition, small changes in your diet can have a positive impact on other areas of your health, such as your heart, brain, and digestive system. And the best part is that you don't have to make huge sacrifices to reap these benefits. Replacing unhealthy foods with nutritious and delicious options is easier than you think. In the next chapters, we'll explore additional tips to complement your anti-inflammatory diet and ensure even better results. Stay with me to find out how to maximize the benefits of these changes. In addition to avoiding the 4 harmful foods we've discussed so far, there are other strategies you can adopt to supplement your anti-inflammatory diet and maximize the benefits for your joints. These practical tips will help you create healthy habits that promote not only pain relief, but also an overall improvement in your health. Include omega-3 in your diet. Omega-3 fatty acids are powerful allies against inflammation. They are found in foods such as salmon, sardines, tuna, flaxseed, and chia. Omega-3 helps reduce the production of inflammatory substances in the body, protecting your joints and improving your mobility. In addition, these fatty acids are beneficial for the heart and brain, promoting more balanced health. A practical tip is to include at least 2 servings of fish rich in omega-3 in your weekly diet. If you do not eat fish, fish oil or flaxseed supplements can be a good alternative. Remember to always consult a doctor or nutritionist before starting any supplementation. Invest in antioxidants and calcium-rich foods. Another important strategy is to consume foods rich and antioxidants such as berries, strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries, dark green leafy vegetables, kale, spinach, and broccoli, and spices such as turmeric and ginger. These foods combat oxidative stress, one of the main causes of joint wear and tear. In addition, they strengthen the immune system and protect your cells from damage caused by free radicals. To ensure strong bones and joints, invest in foods rich in calcium such as milk, natural yogurt, cheese, and vegetables such as kale, and broccoli. Combine these foods with sources of vitamin D, such as eggs and mushrooms, to improve calcium absorption. Finally, practice balanced meals. Prioritize fresh, natural, and minimally processed foods, avoiding excess sugar, bad fats, and preservatives. Plan your meals in advance to ensure you have healthy options available, even on busy days. And here's an extra tip. If this video is helping you understand how to improve your diet and take care of your joints, don't forget to give it a like. This helps me continue to bring relevant content to you and others who are looking to improve their health. We've reached the end of this video, but before we wrap up, I want to emphasize something very important. The choices you make about your diet have a direct impact on your health and well-being. By avoiding the 4 unhealthy foods we discussed, refined sugar, fried foods, soda, and processed meats, and replacing them with healthier options, you'll be taking a significant step toward a life with less pain and more mobility. Remember, every little change counts. Reducing your intake of refined sugar helps control systemic inflammation. Avoiding fried foods reduces oxidative stress and protects your joints. Replacing soda with water or natural teas improves hydration and strengthens your bones. And avoiding processed foods high in sodium and preservatives reduces swelling and pressure on your joints. These simple changes can yield surprising results, such as less pain, more energy, and a much better quality of life. Plus, by including anti-inflammatory foods like omega-3s, antioxidants, and calcium, you'll be investing in a healthier, more active future. Now it's your turn to put all this into practice. Start today by making a small change in your diet. Swap that soda for a glass of water with lemon, or replace a fried snack with a serving of grilled vegetables. Remember, small daily choices can completely transform your health in the long run. And here's a special invitation. If this video helped you better understand how to take care of your joints, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. This motivates me to continue bringing you relevant and useful content. Oh, and if you have any questions or want to share your experiences, leave a comment below. I want to know how you're doing on this journey to a healthier diet. Also, click the notification bell to be notified whenever a new video is posted. In the next video, I'll teach you delicious and practical recipes to replace these harmful foods with nutritious and anti-inflammatory options. You won't want to miss it. Finally, remember, taking care of your health is an act of self-love. You deserve to live with more ease, mobility, and well-being. Thank you very much for watching this far, and see you in the next video.